Welcome back to another episode of The Rich Flavor. I am your host, Rich, and I have a great cook for you today. So I am going to do a pork butt or a picnic, however you want to say it. I'm going to try and do it on my Pit Boss pellet grill, but because of the weather, I may have to improvise and use some other form of cooker. I may have to throw my Weber Smokey Mountain on the front porch or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm going to season this the night before, so when I wake up early in the morning, we'll see how it goes. So let me go ahead and show you the process that I'm going to use to season it today. All right, here it is. This is about maybe a 7 to 8 pound pork butt. It's a really big one. I got it at Costco? Sam's? Where did we get it from? Sam's. Okay, two of these came in a pack, and it was roughly around 20 something dollars, I think. I'm going to use a little bit of mustard to as a binder on this, and I already went ahead and kind of pat dried it. Just going to rub that in there. Now, of course, you don't really taste the mustard in the as one of the flavors of the pork butt. I'm gonna use a little bit of this Chupacabra ribnoxious. I think that's how you say it. I gotta do this one-handed. It's all right though. I got some skill. And I'm gonna give this a really good coating. And this pork butt, it's heavy, man. It's bone in. It's, you know, it's a big piece of meat to deal with. That's what she said. All right, go ahead and flip it. Or try to. I didn't have to really do any trimming on this. The fat cap is pretty thin. So, you know, they did all that there at Sam's, so that's pretty good. Saves me time. Like I said, I don't know how I'm going to cook this. I want to do it in my Pit Boss pellet grill, but if the rain is here, rain kind of screwed up my last cook I was going to do too. So if the rain comes, we're just going to roll with it. You know, there's a will, there's a way, and we'll get it done. So I'll go ahead and press this down here. Of course, I'll probably cook this fat side down, depending on what cooker I use. So I'm going to flip it over one more time. Let's soak up as much of this stuff as possible. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put some foil over this bad boy and let it rest in the fridge overnight till I'm ready for it. So, geez, that glove's nasty. So let me go ahead and get some foil, and I'll be right back. Okay, here it is. One last look at this beauty. Nice and seasoned. It's got a good amount of season on there. I might throw a little bit more on it tomorrow after I pull this off. Go ahead and make sure that this is sealed up really good all around. And that's it, guys. And with the magic power of the camera, by tomorrow you'll see me putting this into some type of cooking device. We'll see from there. All right, stay tuned for that. Okay, it is 7 a.m. and I'm setting up everything right now. I have my Weber Smokey Mountain out on the front porch. Hopefully that'll be protected enough from any rain or storm that comes through here. So far, it hasn't been too bad. The wind has been picking up pretty good, but I don't know. That may even play a factor in the cook as well. If anything, I may have to do just a few hours in the smoker, and then I might have to just finish it in the oven, which isn't really a problem. I'm shooting this kind of freehand right now too, so sorry if the camera is a little shaky, but let me go ahead and show you the setup I'm gonna have here on the front porch. Okay. Okay, there it is. I got the coals going. Those are pretty ready to go in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop my coals in there, and then I'm going to let this come up to temp here. There's the Weber Smoky Mountain. I have some cherry chunks here I'm gonna put on it for the wood, and yeah, so let me go ahead and get this going, and I will show you the whole process when it's being put on. Hopefully I can show you that. I'm gonna need both hands to throw that pork butt on here, so if I can set up the tripod I will. If not, you're just gonna have to see this kind of free-handed shooting style now. And the wind is blowing out here, so I do apologize about that, but this is the setup right now, and we'll see how it goes. All right, stay tuned. Okay guys, here it is. It's pretty much coming up to temp about 250. I wanted about 275-ish, so it's still coming up a little bit more to temp, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw this pork butt on there and get this process started. Okay. Alright, that bad boy is on there, and I'm going to throw some wood chunks in here as well. I got a couple of cherry chunks here, cherry wood chunks, so I'm going to use those, throw them in there, and get this process started. Whew. Last smoke. Alright, that should give some good smoke right there. Okay guys, and I'm just be checking on this periodically. Once it comes up to its full temp, about 275-ish, I'm gonna let it roll for a few hours to get some good smoke on there, and then I may add another chunk of wood here in about an hour or so, and then we'll see from there. We'll go from there, see where we're at, and yeah, so stay tuned for that, and I'll be spritzing it every once in a while, so we'll be back here in a little bit. Okay, we're back. It's been about 2 hours. This thing is set almost 300 degrees. It is been there for a while. Let's go ahead and take a look at this pork butt. Oh yeah, man, is that a thing of beauty. It's been on there only for 2 hours. Go ahead and spritz it. Okay, I'm gonna let this keep rolling probably for another hour. I'm gonna check on it again. I'm gonna put another piece of wood in here as well. you that. Just gotta get a couple chunks, throw them in there, and that should be good right there, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and close this up, and just look at that pork butt. It looks beautiful right there. Awesome pork butt. Alright, I'll be back here in a little bit, show you the rest of this. Alright, I'm going to check the internal temperature of the pork butt now and see where we're at. It's been about 3 hours, and this looks really good. Okay, it's bone. You don't want to hit bone. And we are roughly about 146, 145. So I'm gonna let this keep riding. Yeah, it's about 140 or whatever. I'm gonna let this keep riding for about another hour, and I'm gonna spritz it here. I didn't mention before, this is just a solution of some cola and water. I didn't have apple juice or apple cider vinegar or anything, so cola works pretty good. So I'm trying to do this one-handed. But that thing looks beautiful, guys. That brisket is shaping out really good. I'm not going to put any more smoke on it. I think it's had enough, about 3 hours in the smoke. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this lid back on. Okay. And we're going to let it ride out for another hour. And I'm going to check it and see where it's at internally. And we'll go from there. All right. All right, here it is, guys. It's hit about 162-ish, you know, on the internal temperature. Look, it's beautiful. That bark is set. It's set there. It's already starting to render the fat out, as you can see. And I'm just going to wrap it. And this is going to be the last process that we should have to do. And then when it hits about 205 or 203 degrees, somewhere in there, we're gonna go ahead and do a check to see if it's a probe tender. So I'll stick a probe in here to see how tender it is. But I just wanted y'all to see that. That looks beautiful. It's an awesome looking pork butt. The Weber Smoky Mountain did an absolutely fantastic job. You know, it was burning roughly about 290-ish the whole time. And I'm gonna keep that temp, continue it with the cook. I'm just going to double wrap this to make sure that everything stays in there really nice, and it's really hot. So there you go. And next I'm gonna go ahead and show you putting it back out on the smoker, so stay tuned for that. All right, we're back, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on here to the pit. All right, it's not gonna take long. Maybe another couple hours. And oh, before I do that, almost forgot. I'm gonna set a internal thermometer or internal temperature so I can figure out what internal temperature it is. And it's gonna go, I'm gonna let it go till it hits about 200 and some degrees. I have an app on my phone. This is the little Inkbird wireless thermometer. So we're gonna let that sit there. And now all we do is, it's a waiting game, and we'll come back when this goes off, and we'll show you the final product when it's time to shred and all that. I'm probably gonna let it rest for a couple hours in an ice chest, and then I'll let you see it when it's time to pull it apart. All right, so stay tuned. All right guys, here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap it for you, and look at that beauty right there. That is a gorgeous pork butt. And just to do a test, let's see if this bone, whoop, yep, the bone comes right out. So you know that it is nice and tender and good, and it is just going to shred so easily. It's moist and juicy, and it looks delicious. Now that I've got it open and all that, I gotta do my favorite part, and I gotta give this sucker a taste. So let's go ahead and give it a taste. All right, here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and do the taste. The great bark on there, it smoked really well. My son here, he's gonna give it a taste as well. So, Ray, all right, go. Mm. Mm.
I want more.
That spice from the bark, really good. Okay, that was really good. It was really juicy and tender, and this is going to be a great meal for us today. I got my future in-laws over right now, and they're hungry and waiting to eat this, so I'm going to get to shredding this up. And if you like the video, give it a like, and if you would kindly give me a subscribe as well. Still trying to build the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.